Hello, friends. Welcome once again to another tutorial. In this tutorial, we will be talking about how you can draw an image which is on a remote server. To do this, you need internet connection. So it's expected that you have already established Wi-Fi connection with your Pixlpal device using the mobile app, and you have internet access on your Wi-Fi router. So we'll dive right into it. We have an example already implemented showing how this can be done. I'll go ahead and open the example file. We have it within app example draw online image. So this is the app implementation. It follows the same layout as every typical Pixlpal app. However, the key changes we have within the app is this condition here, which waits for internet connection to be established before the app attempts to fetch the image resource online. Currently, the image we will be using is hosted on GitHub, a particular public GitHub repo, which have the SVG files of different countries around the world. First, to confirm, this is the direct download link of this image. To confirm this, I'll just copy and place it in my browser. I'll place this in the URL input of my browser to confirm. When you launch this, you should have the flag appear. Now, this is the flag of Nigeria. When we test the app, it's an SVG file. We should have that particular flag displayed on the Pixlpal device. Now, before you test, make sure you carry out this test. You put the download link in your browser and confirm it's a direct download link. Otherwise, it wouldn't work. The download link must not be GitHub. It could be any server. However, it is important that it's a direct download link. So take this out. Okay, now to get an image online or from a remote server and displayed, you need to first define a struct, the content of a struct, which is of type MTB online image. Here we have it, the first parameter. I'll go ahead and open the struct so you see. The very first parameter is the image link, and about 300 bytes have been assigned to hold the URL link of the image. The second parameter is the X coordinate for your image. That's the top left, as well as the Y coordinate. And finally, the scale. Now, as was mentioned for an SVG image, scale 1 simply scales the image to the dimension of the Pixlpal display. So moving back, we have the struct defined here. Our particular struct variable is called world country flag, and we are drawing it at this coordinate y0 x0 with a scale of 1. Once you have that struct defined, you go ahead and call the MTB image online, MTB draw online SVG, passing the address of the struct variable. This ampersand sign here in C or C++ imply you are passing the address of this variable. I would reverse that. As soon as this function is called, we should be in this loop waiting for the image to be fetched online and drawn on the Pixlpal display. We would equally demonstrate this with a PNG file. So I'll go ahead and I would launch or compile the app and flash to the Pixlpal. While that is going on, the image, okay, that's done already. Okay, flashing is ongoing. We would equally show how you can draw multiple images at the same time. Say you want two images. An example where you would want to do this is if you are working on an application such as a currency exchange app, which compares two currencies. And let's say those two currencies have their icons or symbols that are either SVG or PNG images. Okay, we have the app completed and the Nigerian flag is drawn on the Pixlpal to the dimension. Given that it's an SVG file with a scale of 1, the dimension will occupy the entire screen, focusing on the shortest part, which is the height. We'll move on to demonstrate how to download and display a PNG image. And as I was saying, we would equally show how to show multiple images. The example I gave was a currency exchange app, or say a sports application where two teams are playing against each other and you need both flags displayed on the display at the same time. Now, recall if I have one struct defined and I have another, for example, I have two structs. If I call one, if I call the online draw API with the parameter of 1 and I call another, these images will not be drawn at the same time. This image will appear and about within a second or two, this other image will appear. We don't want that to happen when we are comparing two images. We want them to appear at the same time. There could be 2, 3, or 4, depending on your application need. We'll visit that later on in this tutorial. For now, we would go ahead and show how we can draw a PNG image. At the moment, it hasn't been implemented for an online GIF animation. This will be done subsequently as the project progresses. To draw a PNG file, first we have to locate a PNG file that is hosted online. To go about that, I will simply search GitHub. Let me search for a public repo that has PNG files. GitHub football club logos. Okay, we have one over here by Luke Hopman. This is a public repo. We'll go to logos and then let's use the English Premier League. We could select any image here. Let's select Burnley. Hopefully, okay, this is quite large. This is about 21 KB. Let us select an image with a smaller dimension, Manchester City. Okay, 29 KB. We'll just simply go with this. Now, what you need is the direct download link. Though you can't get it on GitHub directly, there's a means you might have to change some parameters of the URL to get the download link. However, to make this faster, we would simply ask Copilot to produce the download link for us. Show panel link. Okay, I can't find the GitHub option here. This particular GitHub account doesn't have Copilot feature or registered. What I will do, I would copy this link and I would launch a different GitHub account that has Copilot feature. So this is it. I'll close this. Now we have the same Manchester City. We can ask Copilot about this file. I'll just tell Copilot to produce the direct download link for this file. Give me the direct download link for this file. Now Copilot should produce the link which we will test on our browser. Copied. Let's test this to make sure it is correct. Yeah, it's correct. We have the Manchester City logo. So we can go ahead and copy this link to our Pixlpal example. So I would replace this with this. Secondly, recall this particular struct. It represents images. The type of image doesn't matter whether SVG or PNG. We'll equally draw this at coordinate 0, 0 with a scale of 1. Now, for a PNG file that already has its resolution specified, the resolution might be more than the Pixlpal display dimension. So we'll have to scale it down so it would fit to the Pixlpal. It will fit to this Pixlpal screen. However, let's go ahead and try. I think there's a feature already implemented within the API to automatically scale down PNG images that are more than the Pixlpal display dimension. Let's try that to confirm. So we'll change the API, MTB draw online PNG, the same world flag. We'll go ahead and compile and flash. I believe this will be successful. Okay, compilation successful. Flashing should start any moment. Flashing is currently ongoing. We can see the blue download light on the Pixlpal device. This should take less than 10 seconds. Okay, flashing completed. Let's monitor our log output. We should see waiting for internet connection when this application is started. Okay. Yeah, the image has been drawn. However, the scale is much more than was expected. What we will do at this moment is to identify the actual scale of Manchester City logo. To do this, we have to download the file and then view the properties. Let's see if we can do this directly here. We can't. Let me see. We can't. Okay, the image has been downloaded. I will open it. File. Let's see if we can see the properties. The option is not here. Okay, I would locate where this file is downloaded in my get info. Okay. The dimension is equally not specified here. Okay, just hold on. We'll get the dimension eventually. Let us use an online tool to get the image dimension. Image properties online. Okay, let's see the image metadata for that particular image. This is a free tool. Let's see, we should be able to select the image. Downloads. Okay, Manchester City. Okay, it's a PNG file. This is the image size, 139 by 181 pixels. The largest portion is 139. To make it fit within the Pixlpal screen or display, we have to divide this by a particular integer to get a lower dimension. Let's divide this by 2. 139 divided by 2. This should give us 69. Here, 69 is less than the width of the Pixlpal display. So we would scale this image by half. To do that, we simply change the scale to 2 and recompile our program. Upon successful compilation, we should get a smaller image that fits on the Pixlpal display. This particular API will be further improved to do this automatically, similar to the SVG, which automatically scales to the maximum or the lowest width of the image compared to the Pixlpal display. Okay, flashing completed. Hopefully this should work this time. Okay. We have Wi-Fi connection. We have internet connection. Okay. We have the Manchester logo displayed. However, the scale is still large. Let's scale to the third scale and see. 3. This should make it even smaller. Compilation almost done. Okay, flashing should commence. Okay, flashing is done at this moment and Pixlpal restarts. Now you can see as you increase the value of your scale parameter, the Manchester City image shrinks. Now we can see the PNG image has been drawn to fit or to be completely drawn on the Pixlpal display. This is how you go about drawing an online image. Uh, Finally, we would demonstrate how to draw multiple images at the same time. Yeah, for this particular example, to display multiple images, we would draw the SVG files of two countries. I would go ahead and take out this implementation for a single image. Now, to do this, you need to have an array of MTB image, online image type, uh, online image type. Let's call this online SVG images. And we have two of those, which Copilot has already filling that for us. So this an array. The first parameter is the image link. We have the coordinates and the scale. Now I would make this, let this be 10. Okay, this should be 5. This should be about, let's say 70 to space both images. We should have the Y at 10, 10. These are two flags. I would make the scales to be at 3. So they are as small as can fit and be separate. Now the link has to change. It's an online link. I'll take this out, and this would replace these with, let me search. I think we have SVG files of different countries around the world here. Let's see. Okay, it's not here. System, include MTB countries. So this particular JSON file has almost all the countries around the world. We'll take the one-to-one dimension, which is a square image. This is a direct SVG download link. This country is South Oranjestad. Okay, let's use a popular country. Sorry if you are from Oranjestad. Let's make use of, okay, Oranjestad is the capital rather. Let's see what country that is. That's the name of the country is Aruba. Okay, let's use Aruba. Copy and paste. The second country, let's use a completely different country. Let's use Japan. One-to-one. Copy the entire direct download link and paste. Now, you need two other function calls to display this image. Now, both flags will be displayed at the same time. Now, the APIs you need to draw this image. First is you download the images, MTB, download multiple SVG images. The first parameter is the pointer to your array, and the second parameter is the number of images you will be drawing. We have two images. Both images will be downloaded at the same time. The second parameter is to draw MTB, your downloaded images. Draw multi SVG. And the parameter it receives is 2. You simply specify the number of images you are expecting to draw. So that's it. We'll go ahead and compile. Upon successful compilation and implementation, both flags should be drawn on the Pixlpal display at these coordinates. And they should be scaled by 1/3 of their original scale, or 1/3 of the Pixlpal display dimension. Okay, flashing is ongoing. Initialization is on. Okay, we have internet connection. You can see both images have been drawn to the display almost at the same time. I would go ahead and bring this. The particular flags, their dimension are squares, as can be seen via the download link. You can see country squared. These are the direct download links. So this is how you can implement the drawing of two images expected to appear almost at the same time. Thank you for listening. See you in the next one.